I'm not a violent man myself, so I had our guys come up with an alternate solution on the off chance that our agent-to-be shared my sentiments. In that case, we could take a different tact, but one that I at least have more experience with: diplomacy. If we can't go after the man responsible, we'll simply appeal to the man above him. The kings, including our friend Pacer, report to the leader of their gang, a man who calls himself the King. Go and talk to the King. Try to convince him to put an end to this violence. Pacer's a punk, but he won't likely disobey a direct order. The King might not be open to the idea at first, so you may have to integrate yourself with him. Do whatever it takes. When it's done, one way or the other, report back here, and we'll take it from there.
I'll go over talk with King.
I wish you luck. If you run into some difficulty and think you'd rather just take the shot with Pacer, that's fine too.
Now, this is kind of an interesting one for us, in that I actually kind of screwed up a little bit previously. What I should have actually done earlier on was when we actually completed the questing for King, I should have chosen not to take the favour there, but I chose to take money. Now, what you can actually do at this point is if you save that favour that the King was going to give you, then what you can do is you can ask the King to call off the attack and make everything okay again. But, for one reason or another, we don't have that option, because I took the money. Now, there is another way to do this, and as the guy said, it's basically about taking out Pacer. Not particularly difficult, because there's some quite ingenious ways on how you can do it. Now, after all the crud that Pacer got the Kings into last time, I think it'd probably be a better idea just to eliminate Pacer anyway. Now, there's no way we can do that without, well, becoming a target for the Kings, and we don't want to do that because we like the Kings, and, you know, Rex came from the Kings. So the first thing we need to do, if we can do it this way...
Hey, buddy, spare a cap? I can make it worth your while.
Now I'm going to skip through.
The first thing you should know is that
Don't want to know that.
No,
don't want that one. Basically, this guy will tell you information about New Vegas.
But if... Traitor... While at the north... When people from...
I'll give you loads of different trivia, this guy, but...
He might not look it, but Ralph... It doesn't help.
Now it could be...
Ever. And when I... Things have... I heard...
Right, I don't think I can get the right response from him yet. There's one response that we need. I'm pretty sure that we're not going to be able to convince King to sort of lay off the attacks. Oh, fuzz off. Dirty thugs. Oh, that's the thing I did as well, folks. I stocked up on some ammo. That was all. If we can convince King to stop the attacks against the NCR, then I don't get the storyline, because I thought that at this point, when we dealt with the Kings previously, we'd already ended the attacks against the NCR, but the NCR ambassador tends to think that the attacks are still going on. Not exactly sure about what's going on there. Let's go over chat to the King. And Pacer, but don't talk to Pacer because there's not much point. He won't sort of react with you. It's the Kings.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you?
I need you to stop the violence against NCR citizens.
I'd like to help you out, especially considering all you've done. But that's a pretty big favor you're asking for, and you've already used yours. Was there anything else you wanted?
Yeah, so he's not going to do that. Right. Now let's see if we can go get the right response now. Because if we can get the right response from that weird ghoul called Rotface, then he will actually tell us that, obviously on a minor spoiler being used here, he will actually tell us that Pacer has a heart condition. He'll also tell us that Pacer is a druggie, and in the night he likes to use Jet or Psycho or something. So if we can find that out from Rotface, we can actually poison or basically make his drugs more risky than usual and make it seem like he had a case of bad drug overdose. So let's try that. Is he? Oh, there he is. I can never see that ghoul guy.
What do you think? That one? Drugs? Do your... Caught a rumor the other day that some of the clients...
Ah, I didn't even read that one. There we go. Sorry, I skipped over that. I didn't mean to there, folks. Basically, we've got to go add Psycho to his Jet. Now, he's a fairly easy kill because he keeps his stash in a very accessible area. So Pacer, and I've gone the wrong way. So Pacer, you have pretty much annoyed me for the last time. I feel you've endangered the kings previously. And I think that it's about time you paid for all the stupid little things you've done. Oh yes, in fuzz indeed. Alley-oop. Come to Mick and Ralph's.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
No, I go to the Gunrunners. Alright then, Pacer. It's time. This is the moment of your reckoning. And that door's open, so that's a shortcut. Pacer, you're gonna die. Pacer, you're gonna die. Pacer, you're gonna die. Oh, Pacer, 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 you're gonna die. Pacer's room, and here's his stash. The box contains... You could lace the Jet with some Psycho if you had some. Spike the Jet with Psycho. There you go. You carefully add Psycho to Pacer's Jet, guaranteeing an altogether different high the next time he uses it. Okay then, let's wait until midnight, and then the show should begin. I'm sure he'll find it a bit weird that we are hiding in his room, but that's not the point. Now where is he? He should be coming up. Well, that's weird, folks. Where is Pacer? I know at some point he wanders up and he takes it, but... Oh, randomly. It's kind of strange. Poor old Pacer. Jailhouse Rocker. Don't really like that armor very much. Now Pacer's key. What can that be used on? He's got nothing really interesting in his room. Video editing. Ta-da! And we're back. Come on, Crocker, wake up.
Ah, hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Freeside situation?
I certainly do.
Yes? Do you have something to report?
Certainly do.
Good show. With the conditions there, no one will suspect anything other than bad drugs to be the culprit. You've done a great service for the NCR.
And to the Kings.
Now, you're probably wondering about your reward. This has been something of a hot-button topic, so I was able to secure this for you.
What did he give me? 600 bottle caps. Not bad. Glad to be of service.
I've received a message from Colonel Moore up at Hoover Dam. She's been following your exploits and has requested that you meet with her. You're not officially in the employ of the NCR, so there's nothing forcing you to go. But I'd go see her sooner rather than later. The Colonel is not someone you want to keep waiting.
Okay, Dennis Crocker. I shall go see the Colonel.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Well said, whoever said that. Any medicals? Oh no, I forgot. I actually stocked up on medical supplies as well, folks. I stocked up quite a lot of medical supplies. Now, if we were to go to Hoover Dam, we're going to have to go find Colonel Moore. She's one of the main commanders of the NCR forces in the area. She shouldn't be that difficult to find, though, because I think she's got quite a spacious office. And this is where we can really, hopefully, do some good for the wasteland, because usually the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel, at least in New Vegas, are pretty much at each other's throats. And if you look into the storyline a little bit further, I believe that back west, I believe that the NCR and the Brotherhood are actually openly at war with one another. There's a lot of different things to think about there. Right, following the arrow. I think it's telling me to... yeah, go to the Hoover Dam power plant. Now it's telling me to... oh no, it's telling me to go that way. Ooh, looks very cool. Ah, it's a girl. Hello.
Good, you made it. I've been receiving reports about the savior of the NCR for a while now, and wanted to meet you myself. You've proven yourself especially capable, and right now I can use all the capable people I can get. Crocker gets handed the fluff missions that no one else wants to do. When people need something really important done, they come to me. Usually I dispatch one or more rangers to see these things through, but I'm a little short-handed at the moment. Think you're up for a real mission?
Yeah, it depends.
Since the majority of my men are on assignment dealing with the Legion, I need someone to handle other matters that have arisen. Make no mistake, there's a battle coming, and I intend to make sure there are no loose ends when the time comes. One such loose end is a gang known as the Great Khans. Have you heard of them?
I have indeed. The Khans won't be a problem to anyone ever again. Because obviously, folks, we've already done this part of the quest for the independent Vegas storyline.
Good riddance. You've had reports for years that they're the ones who supply the fiends with chems, but no one's done anything about it. In any event, no one will miss them. And I've got another mission for you.
So you don't
We've had some
even...
disturbing reports recently concerning the Omertas, one of the 3 families that run the Strip. Our intelligence has discovered that high-ranking members of the Omertas have been having clandestine meetings for the past several months. We haven't been able to determine whom they've been meeting with, but if it's Caesar's men, we'll need to act. I need you to uncover what they're up to and stop it if it threatens the NCR. Any questions?
The Mertens were up to something big, but I stopped them.
Excellent. You'd think living in the lap of luxury and power would be enough for some people, but no. Now that that's out of the way, let's see. Mr. House was a concern, but someone conveniently dealt with him for us. Oh, that
Wonder who
reminds
that was.
me. You might be happy to know that your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. The brass have been throwing around the idea of having the president visit the dam for a while now, to rally the troops and boost morale and such. With our recent achievements, they finally feel secure enough to stage the damn thing. But while it's being planned, I have one last mission for you. Several years ago, we managed to wrest the Helios 1 solar power station from the Brotherhood of Steel chapter local to this area. It was a crushing victory, but no one's heard a peep from the Brotherhood since. Most people assume the Brotherhood is scattered and not a threat. Recently, we've had scouts go missing in an area west of Helios, and I'm concerned that the Brotherhood is involved. I want you to find them, and once you do, finish them for good. Any questions?
Well, I do actually. Is there no peaceful way to resolve this?